Well, I was putting on a clinic here because I knew that Coach Roy Williams was going to join us. I think that was 29 out of 30 jumpers that I made, and I'm disappointed I missed one. Let's bring in Coach Williams now. Hi, Coach.
When you say made, Danny, does that mean 29 out of 30 you actually made, or it hit the rim, or what does the word made actually mean to you?
Coach, who's the best player you ever coached?
Best player I ever helped coach would be probably a guy named Jordan,
Okay. I would have done exactly what Michael would have done and maybe better from the foul line. 29 out of 30 from the foul line there.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. How old are you now, Dan?
I'm 53, Coach. I think I could shoot. Who's your best free throw shooter?
Oh, Deion Thompson's got the highest percentage right now. He's 82%, I think, right now.
I have no problem shooting 100 free throws against your favorite guy, and I'll hold my own against him.
Well, there's one difference, though.
What's that?
Deion makes them with 21,000 people watching him.
Are you saying that I wouldn't pack the house if they knew that I was shooting and putting on a clinic, Coach?
I hadn't even thought of that. I was basically saying that you'd probably choke.
How you feeling?
Feeling a little bit better. The way the team played against Michigan State made my shoulder feel a heck of a lot better, I can tell you that.
Okay, but you're so used to coaching with both hands, right?
That's right.
Right? You're not used to it. It's like if you made Vitale put his hands in his pockets, then he wouldn't be able to talk.
Oh, he wouldn't be able to get a word out. But, how about against the first game was Nevada, I think, and I'm getting up trying to get my guys to get back a little faster on defense than they wanted, and I'm swinging my right arm, and all of a sudden just like a spasm in my left shoulder around that labrum, and I all went down to a knee, and it was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen when I actually saw it on TV, but for about 15 seconds it was not hilarious the way it felt, I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, but you coach hurt. You always tell your players to play hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, but, I don't know that I've got it. Some of my guys that can be hurt can still be pretty good. I don't know if I'm any good, even healthy, much less hurt. But it's getting a little bit better. It's first game I ever coached in my life without a coat and tie the last 2 games.
Well, maybe there's another chapter to Hard Work, A Life on and Off the Court, the book that you've written. Maybe this is the sequel.
No, I found out one thing, and I think maybe you should think about this also. Since I've written the book, I've decided that I better keep my day job. And thinking of you at 53 and your athleticism, I think you'd better keep your day job too.
Coach, I'm not laughing.
No, that's quite all right. Inside, I'm being truthful.
All right, I just want when we go to commercial break, you just turn on DirecTV channel 101, and you just watch what you see, and then if you want to send a note through the PR department to say I'm sorry, flowers. Maybe the tie that you were going to promise me so we could put in the studio. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe if you do that. Or maybe some of the chocolate that's in your desk right now that you're not allowed to have.
That's right. Well, the embarrassing thing to me is that, and I'm not lying, this is the gospel truth, within the last 2 weeks, I found a note in the area which I always take care of things in this area where I put these notes, and I find this note. Be sure to remember to send a tie to Dan Patrick. And I said, oh, crap. and I usually follow that area religiously and get it done. And that was 6 months ago when I told you I would do that.
Okay. Well, I know you'll get around to it. You've been busy. You wrote the book. You're trying to, defend a title. And, what are the chances here? How do you feel about this team right now?
I feel good, but we have several areas of concern. And last year's team, I felt when we played well that we were going to beat you. I didn't care who it was if we played well. And this year's team, I don't have that feel right now, but I think that we've got a chance to get better and better and better. But the depth in our play at the guard spots and our perimeter shooting, particularly our three-point shooting, we lost 92% of our three-point made three-pointers from last year. So those are 2 areas that are pretty doggone important in basketball, and we've got to get those to improve throughout the course of the year. And on nights when we do those things, we're going to be a very good team.
The John Calipari effect on Kentucky, the style that they'll play, how different will that be in what you're going to face tomorrow?
Well, I think it's a much faster tempo than what Billy played the last couple of years. You know, they're young like we are. You think Patrick Patterson, their best player, or at least one of their two best players, along with Jody Meeks from last year, is back. But their young players mean a heck of a lot to them, just like our guys do here. But they'll play a much faster tempo than Billy played, and it's John's style, and I think they'll try to pick up a little more full court than Billy did. There'll be 24,000 people boo me when I walk in, and that'll be okay. That means that, if they don't boo you when you walk in, that means they don't feel threatened. And so at least we've got them to understand that, we've been pretty good the last two times up there. Whether or not you can beat them three times in a row in Rupp Arena, not so awfully hard to think about.
These crowds ever make you laugh and things they say?
Oh, yeah.
When's the last time you just said, you know what, I'm not going to acknowledge it, but that's pretty funny?
Well, I did acknowledge it, but we played at Michigan State, at Detroit Ford Field last year in December in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. And the students were sitting on the end of the court, and it was so cool. And they were yelling, "Roy's been tanning, Roy's been tanning." And I couldn't help it. I walked down to the end of the bench, and I said, "Guys, it's called Maui Invitational." So there's been some great ones, though.
What made you write the book?
You know, I've been asked that, Dan, and I've never come up with a great answer. I think I just finally gave in. It started at about 97. Some people that I really like and respect have talked to me about doing a book even since 97, whether it's Grant Wall or Dickie Weiss or Art Chansky or Tim Crothers. You know, people have been talking. I said, no. And even when I came back here, Adam Lucas was going to do a book about me coming back. And I said, no, I will talk to you, but I don't want to be involved other than to be in an interview. And so Tim Crothers and Steve Kirshner sort of wore me down this time. They thought it was a great time, and so finally I think they badgered me so much I finally gave in. And then I said, okay, what kind of book am I going to do? And, I didn't feel comfortable doing about everything they threw out there. And they said, well, our first choice would be an autobiography anyway. And so I didn't feel real comfortable doing parts of that, but I decided that if I was going to do it, I was just going to tell everything that happened. My high school coach one time told me if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember what you said. And so I tried to follow my life that way, and it was hard. It was really difficult to tell some of the things or a lot of the things in there on the personal side. Nobody other than my family who went through it with me and my wife had ever heard. And so that part was hard to tell. It was hard to see it in print when the first proof started coming back, and it was hard to read even when the actual book was put on my desk and I started reading. It was hard to read. And but it was that way I didn't have to decide, well, let's not talk about that or let's talk about this. I didn't have to make that many decisions. Well,
good luck with the book. Good luck against Kentucky. And send the tie, Coach. I mean, you got a lot of people work for you. That
you know what I got to do? I'm going to personally pick. I'm going to send you two so you can choose which one you like to put up on the wall, and the other one you can give as a bad gift to somebody you don't like.
Well, no, this is what I'm going to do. If you send the tie, I'll wear it on Football Night in America on Sunday night on NBC.
All right. Well, I'm going to send it to you within the next 3 days. We're leaving right after practice today to go to Kentucky, so by Tuesday it will be sent out to you.
Hey, good luck against Kentucky. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
And one thing last, Dan.
Yeah.
The TV wasn't on, but I'm getting the guy to see if they got it taped.
Because I'm going to go over there right now.
All right, 29 out of 30. I'm going to watch this.
I'm just going to stick jumpers, and you're going to go, I'll be damned. He was telling the truth, just like you did in your book.
I'll probably say I'll be damned.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Danny. Be good.
That's Roy Williams. Make sure the basketball's over there and everybody stays out of the way because I got to put on a clinic here for Coach Williams. And this is tough. 20 after the hour. Glad you're with us on this Friday edition of the Dan Patrick Show.
Some good lines there. That's like straight out of your playbook there, huh?
Yeah. That guy could give a tutorial on how coaches deal with the media.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a good jersey.
There you go, Danny.
I'm gonna stay out of the way by playing video games.
I'm going to warn you, it gets kind of boring because this is all it is right here. Yeah. Short roll. Sorry. Shooter's roll, Coach. Shooter's roll, coach. Shooter's roll, coach.
Oh, that's nice.